The ICE raids have begun. Guess what? You know what? They're going after. Tom Homan told us they were coming. They were going to hit Chicago. It turns out they went to Boston first. And there's this Haitian migrant that was rounded up, and he had some words that were very anti-Trump and very pro-Obama. This is not a good look for the Democrats, just saying.
I'm not going back to Haiti.
One of those threats is this illegal alien from Haiti. ICE says he's a gang member with 17 criminal convictions in recent years.
Trump, you feel me? Yo, Biden forever, bro. Thank Obama for everything that he did for me, bro.
ICE Boston quickly takes down its next targets, including this illegal alien from Brazil who has an Interpol red notice for armed robbery. This Salvadoran illegal alien charged locally with rape and released by a sanctuary jurisdiction.
Señor, ¿cómo se llama?
And this Dominican illegal alien charged with assault with a deadly weapon and heroin trafficking. Officers also arrested this Guatemalan MS-13 gang member facing gun charges. ICE says he was released from local custody just the day before. Their detainer request was ignored because of sanctuary policies.
Are you kidding me? I mean, finally, we're getting some adults in the room and they're doing the right thing, or at least trying to do the right thing, because you have some idiots out there that are still trying to say, oh, no, we need to protect the criminals. We need to protect the criminals. One being Comrade Bill de Blasio, who single-handedly, absolutely ruined New York City, okay? Giuliani had things under control. Mayor Bloomberg, he had things under control, okay? You know, he's a Dem, but he knew how to run a city, and he made sure that it was still safe. And then this idiot, Comrade de Blasio, he came into town and it was ruined. Well, guess what he's saying about rounding up these criminal migrants?
So states and localities saying, hey, guess what? We are given the power by the Constitution to govern our own folks. And we're making decisions about public safety. This is something I think needs to be talked about more. Not asking documentation status is actually how you protect public safety.
Excuse me? You protect cities and the public by not rounding people up? And you wonder why the Justice Department is now having to direct its personnel to going after the local leaders and the state leaders that are in the way? Because Bill de Blasio, thank goodness he's not still mayor anymore, he doesn't think you should be rounding them up, criminals like that? Incidentally, the Haitian guy, I mean, think about that. That really makes Biden look great, right? He's like, I love Biden. Thank you, Obama, for all you did for me. And F Trump. You know what? Yeah. Well, you know, it is high time that we take our country back. Even if the Bill de Blasios and the AOCs of the world don't like it.
And one of the most simple things that we can do is just not comply. Today, the Trump administration, and also last night, the Trump administration signed a bunch of illegal executive orders. For example,
okay, so she thinks she can just not comply. I'm sorry, because she doesn't like the orders. Can I just say something here? The power the federal government has is to control its borders and to control immigration. That's like one of the very stated federal powers. New York is not in charge of that, despite what Comrade de Blasio tries to say, despite what AOC may want to say. California is not in charge of that, despite what this guy, the AG out in California, is trying to say. I mean, who are these people? Did they not read the Constitution? Did they not go to law school? Let's listen to Rob Bonta speaking on MSNBC. He's the AG out in California. He's like the mirror image, you see, of Letitia James in New York.
What's the real world impact, Mr. Attorney General? And what are you hearing from Californians who are afraid?
I'm going to fast forward to the good
presidential
part.
action.
This is, however, something he promised, right? It's something that you knew was coming, that your fellow attorneys general knew was coming, and you were able to prepare for. I'm wondering what your conversations are like now and what your other major concerns are moving forward. Are you preparing for other actions that you think President Trump will make good on?
That's right. We've been preparing for weeks and months. Our ability to move quickly with our briefs and our filing, and many states working together is proof positive of that. The president did make a promise on birthright citizenship and revoking it, and I made it a promise too, and I'm keeping it, that I will see you in court when you break the law and violate the U.S. Constitution. That promise applies here, and it applies to any other action that he takes. We're looking closely at his other executive orders, including trying to use the military for civil immigration enforcement activities on American soil. We're looking at some of the other executive orders, how they impact our transgender communities. And so we expect this not to be the first overreach and unlawful and unconstitutional action by the president. And every time and any time he violates the law, it violates the U.S. Constitution.
Unbelievable.
We will see him in court, and we will stop.
So, and again, he sounds a lot like this lady.
And lastly, I congratulate the President-elect Donald Trump. And if possible, we will work with his administration. But we will not compromise our values or our integrity or our principles. We did not expect this result, but we are prepared to respond to this result. And my office has been preparing for several months because we've been here before. We faced this challenge before, and we use the rule of law to fight back. And we are prepared to fight back once again. Because as the Attorney General of this great state, it is my job to protect and defend the rights of New Yorkers and the rule of law. And I will not shrink from that responsibility.
Pause. Okay, you're not going to shrink from the responsibility, but let me remind you, one Letitia James, that the federal government has jurisdiction over this, okay? All right, they have jurisdiction over who's in the country. They control migration. They control the borders, and this is why the Justice Department has every right to send all its people out after you, Letitia. Gosh, Letitia, honey, baby. Mike Davis is right. I think something could be coming your way. Former attorney for Trump.
Let me just say this to Big Tish James, the New York Attorney General. I dare you to try to continue your lawfare against President Trump in his second term, because listen here, sweetheart, we're not messing around this time, and we will put your fat ass in prison for conspiracy against rights. And I promise you that. So think long and hard about what you're doing. Donald Trump already shutting down the app that migrants would be using in Mexico to try to come here in order to stem the flow right now. He's also shut down the border in El Paso, Texas, and he made this clear. This is exactly what he was going to do.
Today, I will sign a series of historic executive orders. With these actions, we will begin the complete restoration of America and the revolution of common sense. It's all about common sense. First, I will declare a national emergency at our southern border. Illegal entry will immediately be halted, and we will begin the process of returning millions and millions of criminal aliens back to the places from which they came.
Yep, and in the meantime, you're not going to be coming here. That's his message. And you know what? I'm going to tell you this. It's actually already working. This is amazing. I want to take you to CNN earlier today saying, guess what? Things have kind of slowed down at the border.
The border is relatively quiet. I'm told that there are just between 1,100 to 1,300 crossings a day. That is far below when it was 6,000, 8,000, 12,000 before. So this is going to be a way to augment support along the U.S. southern border, but it also comes at a time when crossings are lower than than where they've been before. And also, as the administration has essentially sealed off the border to asylum seekers. Kate?
So, yeah, border's been sealed off, and you're seeing a huge reduction in the number of people that are even trying to come here, because guess what? Somebody's there who actually cares, who's actually given a very different narrative. And guess what? You come here, you got a good shot at getting deported right away, and you're never coming back. I mean, this is so brand new. Brand new. Oh, by the way, we got some breaking news. He just declassified or is declassifying the JFK RFK files. I want to get to that. But first, quick shout out for another one of our great sponsors here on the Trish Regan Show. They make this possible. They make this so that I can come to you free every day. So we love them. I love them because, by the way, they give me my vitamins. And I've been really healthy this winter. It's not easy for me. Like every winter, I get a cold. Seriously. Like multiple colds. And I have 3 little ones, and I kind of blame them because, you know, they're out and about, and they bring home all kinds of viruses. They've all been sick this winter, repeatedly sick, and somehow mom is doing okay. Like, this is a miracle. Balance of nature. I swear, balance of nature. Oops, I'm getting excited, hitting the microphone and everything. Anyway, balanceofnature.com. You can get this too. You can get 35% off with my discount code. Just use my name, Trish. You're helping the show. You're helping yourself. All win-win-win. 1-800-246-8751 is their number. 1-800-246-8751. They have thousands of testimonials on their website, so you don't have to just take it from me. Or my kid's music teacher, who, by the way, was listening to the show and was like, oh, Trish, you take Balance of Nature too. I mean, yeah. He's like, I love it. I've been taking it for years. Leslie, one of our viewers here, I see her comments all the time. I actually saw her just earlier. She also takes it. So we love this stuff. It's really, really good. You can get it to 35% off, free shipping, and guess what? Money back guarantee, you know, just in case. Money back guarantee. Alphonse is in the house. I'm seeing so many familiar names. Good to see you, Alphonse. Jerry, good to have you here. Danny, Larry, all of you.